Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles. I am delighted to be joined back with Jimena with a fantastic movie, Lily. But for those that haven't seen it, let's take a look at the clip.
Hi, Dad. How are you doing? Good. Okay, when are you going to come back? Serious, go away.
I can't go. I'm your babysitter.
Come on!
I'm so happy we're here again.
Thank you for having me again. I love this space and I love to meet you again.
Oh my goodness. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, we have a New Filmmakers alumni in the house and you came back, so it's great. I love Lily so much. Like, I can't wait to talk about it, but for those that haven't seen it, tell us a brief synopsis.
So Lily is about a 5-year-old Mexican-American girl. She is waiting for her father to visit her for the first time. Her father is Mexican. So while she's like preparing a party for her daddy, he's in the care of her cousin Teo, which is Mexican too, and he is the nanny, Lily's nanny for like few days. And in this time, you can see from the point of view of this girl how she has maybe some sadness or maybe some like visions about her father, because maybe she missed him, we don't know. So they start like a relationship, very like a brotherhood with love and respect. And basically, this is Lily. This is a movie told with her point of view, and we can see a little bit of her world and her world, and also her communication with this adult, and this is it basically. It's kind of like a simple story, but I think we go deeply into her thoughts and views.
Well, Jimena, you have such a great way of telling a story. Like there was so much emotion in there from all the different perspectives. You could kind of feel everyone's different feelings and circumstances, and it was hard to watch because there's just love. There's love there, you know, and you love the people, your family, and all that kind of thing. It was so special to watch from this perspective of a 5-year-old. Where did the inspiration come for you in creating this project?
Okay, so in 2019, I was preparing my thesis project for CCC, Centro de Capacitación Cinematográfica, my school in Mexico City. But I already was living here in LA. So one of the things was, should I make my thesis project back into Mexico City, or should I find some theme or subject here? So I went, with my last short film, I went to San Diego Latino Film Festival, where my friend lives there. She is Madeleine, and Audrey is this girl. They are my friends, and I went visit them, and I showed them the other movie in the theater, and I saw Audrey in her space, and she was like a 5-year-old girl, and she was very, she has like a very natural talent to have like a public in front of her with a very timing thing that just actors have. So I asked the mom, my friend, if she can allow me to do my thesis about Audrey. So then I asked Audrey, and she was very into it, and she chose the name. I want to be called Lily. So she was
Really?
and she says like, I want to change my hair and change my dress.
Oh, I love it.
So and so you can tell that she understands the game of being an actor, which is like to change a little bit who you are naturally, and then become another person. So
How old is she?
I know, 5 years.
I mean, come on. That's
No,
amazing.
she's 8. So
No,
now
she's
imagine
8.
that.
Oh yeah, you gotta get that right. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So then I look at her actual situation where she doesn't live with her dad because he's a Mexican and he doesn't like visa. So then I thought maybe if I put a little bit of fiction into her own life, because we were filming in her house, in her town, with her neighbors, with her mom. So I put the fiction there. This was my side. But basically I took some the things from the reality I saw.
I love this film so much. I had someone very close to me that was in a very similar situation where the father couldn't come, without the visa, and it was distressing, But for a 5-year-old who doesn't understand all of that context and what that is and what that means and how horribly annoying it is and devastating too, like, how is that, like, when you're working with Lily and kind of working with it as an actor, she's so clever, like, how is that experience? Like, how do you work with her as an actor working with a young child? Yeah,
well, I realized very soon that I can control her, or I can't be impositive. Impositive? I don't know if it's a word. Okay. So I think I play with her, and we agree with something. So she agreed to me to some scenes, but when she were tired, we need to stop because she will be the queen and angry. We don't want that to happen. So we understand also these rules about working with kids, that you can't have a kid working for more than 3 hours in a row, because naturally they get distracted and tired, and they don't understand why they need to take two takes. Like, why? I did it perfectly. Why? So I was.
Oh, I love it. It's so great.
This was the contact with her, like this game of. Well, in some moments where we were like, kind of like, oh my God, what we will do, because she's tired, she doesn't want to keep doing it. So we also played this thing like, if you do this one more time, you can watch this show or have this candy or have this dollar.
See, these are tips for working with children on set. There you go. Like, this is all very good. I love one thing I love is the relationship with the babysitter cousin, like the relationship. Like, it was just such a lovely, like, playful, like, caring relationship. And how was working with that? Because again, that can be difficult. And of course, she was being 5, so how is that working with the other actor and that part?
So also we realized that we can't have a very stiff or very controlled scenes, like you go from here to here with marks and everything. So we planned with this also genius film cinematographer Daniel Zúñiga. We were there in the location, studying the spaces, the light, and then our technique was to work as a documentary. So the actor was very important, his role, because he will pull the strings to make the things happen with my instructions. So if the scene was about to play, we talk about like what kinds of things he can ask to her or what kind of activities he can do, and then eventually, like, the scene started, and then maybe 20 minutes happen, and then nothing happened, and then we need to be like very patient until the things actually, the things that I saw that she can do it actually happened. So it was a lot of patience, because I knew in some way that she will do the things I want to see on camera. So we need to like be very, very patient. And the actor Tomás García Gras, he in some moments he was also like I don't know what I'm doing, if it's working. He was kind of a little bit desperate because because he's young.
Yeah.
Also, he's not a father. Like
Yeah.
a situation like with a girl.
It
like,
worked though. It was really good.
I know.
Yeah.
Because he finds in him. I think he
found it in
he
himself.
something in himself
Yeah.
that to be patient and to be like trying to be friends with
Yeah.
with Audrey. And
Well,
it's
you
like-
always you've got such a confident aura. Like you can make everybody feel okay. So I think you've got a good, as a director, I think you've got that
Thank
that
you.
that,
I
that
think
quality.
I'm
So
improving a little bit. I don't know if I was so clear at that moment. Probably that's why everybody was like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why we need to wait 40 minutes?"
no, I love it, and I love that you made. It's so funny because it felt so real. It felt almost like you said about documentary style. Like that's what I was feeling. I was like, oh my goodness, it is like it feels real. It was like felt a real experience. I forget I was watching actors. It was crazy. So moving on, because I want to just talk about something that was great. Obviously, we loved having your film 3 years ago at NewFilmmakers LA. This particular one was in partnership with the Academy, and then a special in focus to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month and Latinx filmmakers. How has this whole experience been like, for you this week?
Oh, it's wonderful. We met with a lot of professionals in the week, a lot of Zoom sessions, with a very also with my other filmmakers partners. I don't know if this is the better way. Let me try to say it better. We were in these sessions with these other filmmakers which are in the same program, and we discuss and talk about their future projects, and it was like a good training to pitch a little bit better.
Yeah,
every
no,
time.
yeah.
To know like the idea is good, and I need to like tell you that some of the pitching was like, oh no, I think I didn't do well, but the other was like, oh, I think it's there, and maybe like
yeah,
it
no,
was a
no,
good
it's
training.
the good learning
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah,
We can never
totally.
stop learning, can we?
No,
So
you never stop learning,
yeah.
and then your colleagues.
Yeah.
And you say like, oh, someone here has a vision that I want to be friends with.
Yeah, yeah.
In some way, yeah, because this is how you build your way,
Relationships
your path,
and your path,
with
exactly.
Relationships, and the only way is like if you feel like a matching there, you should like keep doing it, keep going, make friends.
I know we kind of touched this, like I remember from a few years ago, but like what fulfills you and what kind of stories do you like to tell, like for
Okay.
you personally?
I really love this idea to mix documentary and fiction like this time, and I want to pursue this in some ways. So I'm writing personal things and that I maybe could fit in, but this process is also slow. So also I have like ambitions there.
Yes.
And I know that I need to call my friends, call the script writers, call the producers, call the photographers that I know they are good, because I want to do something good with them. So also I have like a project which is like a mixed genre feature film called El Buzo, the diver, which is about an undead diver who returns from the dead after being drowned for 50 years to find her way back into the town where he grew up.
Oh, I want to see this.
Thank you. But the thing is, like, he doesn't talk. He is allowed to talk. He's like a monster. And then he found, his sister found him. Now she's an elder woman in her 60s. And then it's also like a brotherhood relationship. Like I love you. You're my brother. I was super sad when you died. You should come back to live in this town, in these fisher towns in Mexico. So then became more like Frankenstein, Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
But they are like in their limbo, like, oh yeah, let's be happy here. And it's a monster and it's a kind of zombie, and obviously everybody will reject him.
Oh my goodness.
But it's a good way to talk about the hatred of the unknown, you know. When in Mexico it's very common, but I think in many parts of the world. But this thing, like, it's a very small place, very small town. Everybody knows each other, and then the different character appear, and everybody is mean. They feel like it's a devil. He should die. And the film is about this.
I want to watch it tonight. Listen, this is great. I love it. I love your imagination, because I'm already like sitting here like, oh, I want to watch it. Okay, so that's what's happening. That's what you're working on next, right? Just want to finalize. I want to say again, thank you so much for bringing this film to us. But we do have filmmaking audience. So one of the things we always try, maybe you've learned more the last 3 years since we met you to the last, what piece of advice have you got, or maybe things that you kind of could share with our filmmaking audience for people that aspire to be in your footsteps?
Okay. Well, I love make films. It's like something that when I realized I want to do it, it was very, I think I never did something very like with that passion. So this is beautiful, this is amazing. If you can find someone who are in the same synchronization, the same way, they are thinking the same, you should be there with these people and make things for fun.
Yes.
Because when you stop doing the things for fun, became painful and horrible.
Yeah.
And this also can happen, and this is also part of our journey. Not always you will work with the people you love, so you need to be kind and you need to be generous with the time and the work of others, like truly generous, because sometimes they're like, no, yeah, I love you, and then you do the thing and no thank you, you know? Yeah, don't. So I will say keep working with love and with respect of others, and be really, really patient, because this industry is also painful. You apply for hundreds of things and you get 5, maybe, if you're lucky. So be grateful with these 5 things you got and keep doing it. And just like,
I love everything. No, everything you're saying, you cannot underestimate. Being kind, doing things of love, synchronicity with people you work with, like, that is the best advice, very much so. Listen, I'm so glad that you came back to us. I'm ready for the next film, so just keep making films, please.
Okay, I will try.
But it's been a pleasure to have you part of our film fest again, and we love having you in our family, so thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I feel more than family.
Yes,
Now,
I know,
thank you.
yes.
Come back.
Oh, please.